Hey there, it's another beautiful day. You want to hear a story? So last night, that happened. 250 subscribers, and tonight we're on track to hit 1,000 watch hours. Finally, it's starting to happen, and I have all of you to thank for it. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single second of your time. Let's watch some stuff.
Can you talk about Bermuda Triangle?
Yes, it's a
I was
portal,
wondering what it.
it's a fluctuating natural portal into other dimensions. It fluctuates randomly, and therefore sometimes people get caught in it and sometimes people don't.
Wow. Does it mean originally Earth is a type of station where there's a lot of interdimensional portal open up here?
Yes,
Like indeed.
as is true with any planet.
Okay, got it,
There are
got it. Thank
interdimensional
you. Thank
portals
you.
all over your planet. You will ultimately learn them, you will be able to map them, you will know how they work ultimately. You are some people on your planet beginning to explore these things.
So I've used a couple of this guy's clips, and it wasn't until just today that I realized who he is. So Daryl Anka, he is able to channel this extraterrestrial named Bashar. And I believe that's how the name is pronounced. I just did some reading research. And this extraterrestrial tells him secrets of spirituality and enlightenment and alternate planes of existence. And in this one, he's saying that there are multiple portals on our planet that teleport us other places. And sometimes they, when they fluctuate, they work, and sometimes, you pass through and nothing happens, like the Bermuda Triangle. That's why sometimes things go bump in the night, and sometimes you just pass right through the Bermuda Triangle with no issues. So that is interesting to know a little more about this guy.
I've heard of a house that is 10 times more scary than a Conjuring house, and more haunted and more cursed.
It's not in Jersey, right?
Nah, it's not New Jersey, bro. In Gary, Indiana, a woman purchased this house, and there was supposedly like a portal to like the underworld in the crib, bro. The mom said she started hearing the doors creak and the doors will open, and then she would hear like heavy footsteps in the basement. And then one time she was in the living room and she seen like a dark figure pacing back and forth. And then it started getting to a point where the kids started getting possessed. They would like randomly start like bursting out into random words, like just saying crazy things and growling, and like they'll have like those little weird smiles on them. And then one time the mother said that she seen one of her sons get thrown across the room, but like the people of the town thought they were joking, so they called like child protection to take her kids away. They had a whole full-on investigation of the crib. They took a picture, and in the front of the house you see a big tall figure in the window.
Oh, in the window.
Some of the agents said that when they went there, one of the kids climbed up the wall backwards.
Oh.
Bro,
Yeah. Signing, my boy.
All right. Now, I haven't been very secretive about this. I personally do not believe in demons or ghosts. I do, however, believe that there is a possibility that there are beings living in our world in different light frequencies that may be experimenting and coming over and messing with people. So that's something that I'm more likely to believe. Also, that there are extraterrestrials that are capable of just, phasing out, so you can't see them, and they're doing that as well. So, but that's where I stand. A little less. I don't know. That's just my point of view. So I'm not saying that this particular event didn't happen, but I think maybe it was conducted by different means. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're having a good time, please hit that like button and consider subscribing, and then come back tomorrow, because I'm making a new video every day.
Before seeing this video, I was a lot more skeptical as to whether or not there was a sun simulator in the sky, but now I saw multiple of these sunflower videos in my For You page where apparently the sunflowers are no longer doing heliotropism, which is when they follow the sun throughout the day and face the sun, and move. But they're not doing that anymore. They're just looking the other way. And if you think I'm making this up, I'm not. This is actually something that they do. They move. The plane actually moves to go face the sun, but they don't want to do that anymore. Their heads turn back and forth to track the sun during the day. Ever since April 8th, I've been looking at the sky more often, and I seriously think something looks off. The sun, it just doesn't seem right to me. The lighting, it seems more whitish. When I go outside, I feel like I'm not even outside anymore, that I'm just in a different room, which has an LED light over us, because it's more of a white light. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just tripping out, but something seems different.
That is interesting. I know there's a lot of flowers that actually do that. They follow the sun throughout the day and then they close up and then do it again the next morning. But I can't tell if that video was edited, and I haven't seen any other videos about that happening. I just thought that was super interesting. What is the significance of the 8th though? Does he think that because the solar eclipse happened, something changed in the sun? Has anybody else noticed any differences, any flowers not following the sun that they should be? Let me know. I think that's super interesting.
This is a true story about a couple who were abducted by aliens. Sounds like a movie, right? Well, let's get into it. Betty and Barney Hill were an interracial couple. They reported experiencing a series of strange events while driving home from a vacation in Niagara Falls. Now, they claimed to have observed a bright light in the sky seem to follow their car, and as they continued driving, they realized that the object was not a conventional aircraft, but it appeared to be hovering above them. According to their accounts, and these are facts, they eventually stopped the car and observed humanoid figures inside the craft. They described the beings as humanoid, with grayish skin, large eyes, and wearing glossy black uniforms. Now, the next thing they remembered was being in the back of their car a significant time later with no memory of the time that had passed. Over time, through hypnosis sessions conducted separately, Betty and Barney Hill provided more details about their alleged abduction. They claimed that they were taken aboard the UFO, where medical examinations were performed on them. The beings communicated with them telepathically, and the couple experienced a period of missing time. Now, this case gained widespread attention and was heard all over the world, and it allowed to popularize the concept of alien abductions. Think of the films we have today. However, it is important to note that the evidence of the abduction is largely based on the Hills' recollections under hypnosis, which is a controversial method due to the potential for creating false memories. Now, skeptics argue to this day that their experiences may have been influenced by a variety of factors. But while Betty and Barney Hill abduction remains a prominent case in UFO lore and history, it's ultimately difficult to verify the accuracy of their accounts. What do you think about the Betty and Barney Hill story?
Personally, I try not to discredit any alien abduction story. I actually haven't heard this one. Go figure, right? But this is fantastic. I did a little more digging and I saw some of the videos where they were actually doing the hypnosis and they're telling their story. And I'm believing it 100% because you know me and aliens. So it's actually a fantastic story. But while I was digging, I also found this little gem.
The Betty and Barney Hill case everyone's heard about, that was one of our anti-gravs, making it look like an aliens abducted that couple. Now, why would that happen? Is because there's a certain rogue element that want to create the specter of a threat from outer space. Because really what they want to do, they want to create a global totalitarian superstate where the people are united against some alien threat.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bound. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
And that is the big, super big picture that people need to understand. 90+% of everything out there on this subject project is some type of disinformation that's being curated for its what's called psychological warfare value. It's a complex problem. And actually, that agenda started in 1953 at least. I have a document from a sitting CI director, Walter Bedell Smith. And CI Director Smith in 53 describes to the Psychological Strategy Board of the CIA the psychological warfare value of the UFO subject. And he won't release this because I think he's been threatened, but it's a CIA document from 1985 where it describes the CIA conducting alien abductions in Brazil and Argentina and poor people in remote areas using man-made UFOs.
So it seems like this all ties into Project Bluebeam, where they're faking all of these alien invasions to elicit fear amongst the people, and then we're supposed to have this fake alien invasion this year, 2024, and then there's supposed to be some new god that we're all supposed to just follow or something and create one massive civilization because we came together and defeated these aliens, even though it's all fake. But at the same time, while they're releasing all this information in the past, it's just been desensitizing people. And then they finally say, oh yeah, aliens are real. And they're expecting some kind of huge, oh my goodness. So then they know, okay, we can do the invasion now. But people are just like, yeah, we know. And so I don't think it's working out quite as well as they planned.
What's really in Area 51? Deep within the secret confines of Area 51 lies an otherworldly technology known as the Quantum Gateway, a mysterious device that allegedly allows the U.S. government to communicate with extraterrestrial beings from distant galaxies. This theory suggests that the government has been conducting covert negotiations with these advanced civilizations for decades. According to this captivating conspiracy theory, the Quantum Gateway was reverse-engineered from a crashed UFO recovered in the 1950s. Over the years, scientists at Area 51 have supposedly developed the technology to not only understand the extraterrestrial communication, but also establish a two-way channel. The government, it is claimed, has been exchanging advanced knowledge and technology with these alien entities in exchange for protection and insights into the secrets of the universe. This conspiracy theory suggests that breakthroughs in fields such as computing, medicine, and energy can be attributed to this clandestine collaboration. Some claim that certain individuals, including scientists and military personnel, have been secretly shuttled to extraterrestrial civilizations to learn and share knowledge. Furthermore, the theory posits that the U.S. government, in collaboration with its extraterrestrial partners, is orchestrating a grand plan for the future of humanity. Whistleblowers claiming to be former Area 51 employees have come forward with tales of astonishing technologies and meetings with beings not of this world.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. It really wouldn't. We may never know what is actually going on inside of Area 51 and what has been going on inside of Area 51, what kind of technology they have or don't have. What if there's nothing going on in there and we're all just out here, you know, loony binning it up? It's just, we'll never know. Never know.
Electronic tattoo. So I'm wearing one here on my arm.
Do we have
here.
a camera to get a...
This is a developmental system made by MC10, and it has an antenna and some sensors embedded in it. And what we plan to do is work with them to advance a tattoo that could be used for authentication. Now, let you hold it. Would you like to hold it?
I'll hold it.
Okay. So,
you guys see it?
This pill has a small chip inside of it with a switch. It also has what amounts to an inside-out potato battery. When you swallow it, the acids in your stomach serve as the electrolyte.
That's what I do.
And they power it up, and the switch goes on and off. And it creates an 18-bit ECG-like signal in your body, and essentially your entire body becomes your authentication token. Yes, it's really true. So what this means is that becomes my first superpower. I really want this superpower. It means that my arms are like wires, my hands are like alligator clips. When I touch my phone, my computer, my door, my car, I'm authenticated in. First superpower. Like, I want that. This is not science fiction. This pill is actually made by a company called Proteus, and they've developed it for medical applications. That pill has been CE stamped and cleared by the FDA. You can take 30 of those per day for the rest of your life.
And then what happens? Does your heart beat change? Does your
We can just tell that
you-
you've taken the pill. I mean, the medical
Yeah.
the medical
Does
application.
Google now know everything I do and everywhere I go? Because let's face it,
Here, can
we like
just,
you guys, but you're from Google.
Just give him some water and let him take that pill right now.
Thanks.
I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this because I can go either way. I'm like super excited for new technology. I love science. I mean, I'm super excited for the government finally releasing some of this alien technology we've got stored up, right? But at the same time, that's like super violation of privacy type stuff because they can just scan you from anywhere. You can be scanned from anywhere and they'll be like, oh, that's this person. They did this today. They did that. They did this. And then you have to scan in everywhere you go. Like at your house, like she said, you touch the doorknob and it automatically confirms you are who you are by this thing inside of you. So that's not cool because everywhere you go, they're tracking everybody at all times. Okay, that's bad. That's absolutely bad. I don't like that. And then they can just be like, oh, you have to do this. Everybody must have this. Just like in Idiocracy, right? If you haven't seen that movie, watch that movie. It's hilarious and it's scary all at the same time because it's like happening. You can like be like, oh my gosh, this is happening. But it's like that where you have the little barcode and everybody can be scanned. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't think I like it. I mean, I like science and I like the technology part of it, but I don't like the privacy invasion and possibly the forced part on it. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me. Come on back tomorrow. We will watch new stuff. I'll say different things and it's going to be fantastic. Until then, have a wonderful day.